For the first time, we're hearing from the loved ones of the family who passed after a fire engulfed their home last weekend. Since then, they've seen an incredible outpouring from the community, and they're finding memories they thought they'd lost.
For the most part,
a wedding album salvaged.
They were that happy last week. 15 years later, they were still just absolutely.
He adored her. And he was the one for her.
Laurence Lund and his wife found the album from their daughter Ariel's wedding to Robert Desoleil days after a fire took the lives of the family. Robert and Ariel died last weekend. Their sons, Christopher and Aiden, passed on Wednesday. Lund remembers them as a family with a lot of love.
But it was a very, very loving and kind family. Everybody who ever met him always enjoyed him. Always had a joke, always had a good thing to say.
According to the Spokane Fire Department, an electrical malfunction caused the fire. Investigators say they found an extension cord in place of permanent wiring. According to Lund, the investigators told him the cord dated back to the late 60s, way before the family moved in. Instead, he says it wasn't until they got video from North Central High across the street that fire crews found out where the fire started.
And that's when they said, okay, now we got to start. And they went and looked at it. And I even mentioned something about, the house was inspected before they bought it. But the inspector said, if we hadn't had that footage, we never would have found it.
Now, days later, he and his family are adjusting to the loss. One thing that gives him a little peace is knowing the family was together at the end.
Since it was a cold night, they were all sleeping in the same bed. And so they were a happy family right up till they went to sleep.
Lund says he's also been surprised and thankful about the community outreach.
There's no words in the English language that I can come up with to thank the people for their outreach. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. It's really boosted my faith in humanity again.
And while there's still a lot for Lund and his family to do, these photos, survivors of the fire, will hopefully bring some healing.
And I really want to take a moment to also thank Lund for welcoming me into his home and telling me more about the story about his daughter and her family. Now, he and the rest of the family says they'd also like to thank the Spokane Fire Department for their efforts in trying to save the family. And if you would like to help, a GoFundMe has been started. You can find that information on our website, KREM.com.